brought down inside the 40-yard line.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Tua. Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua's going to be taken down. Credit that sack to Travis Jones.
Now, that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He completes it to Snead. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. 46 yards. And the Dolphins are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. Walker hit and the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 2nd down now, it's Morton, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now Tua. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So give him the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? Yeah.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now they send Carmichael in motion right. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Finding Walker complete. 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. 75 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
On first down, Tagovailoa.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Flushed out right.
And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a first down.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward.
And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Chargers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Caught right side at Snead. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 2 and now on first down.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And again, it's Tagovailoa.
To Jefferson on the slant.
And he's got room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. That's into the hands of Morton over the middle. Touchdown! A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dolphins have moved out in front.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On first down, it's Herbert.
Connection with Walker going across the formation. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. High throw, but he makes the catch. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
24 yards the gain there, another first down as well.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He'll buy some time right.
And that one complete downfield to Johnson.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. On first down, Jenkins. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On second down, it's Jenkins. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
In motion left goes a tight end. On 3rd down, Jenkins. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
They'll go for it and run a little touch pass here.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Chargers are an extra point away from drawing level.
Carlson on for the PAT. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Being chased out left. This is Smith with a grab. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. As they come up on first and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Morton. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, LA. A big play there. 75 yards.
And the Chargers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to 2. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Tua going to throw.
This will be caught. It's Waddle. On the move past the 40. Down the right sideline.
Touchdown, Dolphins.
Jalen Waddle, 68 yards. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And now it's blocked. Now the Chargers have it. There he goes left side. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Well, I think I need an oxygen mask after those last 2 plays, CD. The long touchdown followed by the even longer return on the block PAT.
I wonder if after that long touchdown, if someone actually needed a play off and didn't take it, and maybe that was the breakdown in protection that led to the block.
The Charger drive about to get going. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. Herbert has it knocked free.
And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had it.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it.
So after that sequence, if we're watching both teams' defenses, didn't it feel like a revolving door? One's on, they think they're off for a while. The other has to come on, they think they're on for a while. Then they're off. Here comes the other one. Just kept turning the ball over. They've got to cut that out.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Herbert following the turnover. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. After the sack on first down, Herbert. Here's Johnson with a reception. The 40. The 20. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Herbert. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Jenkins. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Slot man moves right. On 2nd down now. It's Jenkins, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 2nd down, Cummins. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Herbert now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Now a give right side. It's Morton, and this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On play action, here's Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, I know you appreciate seeing this great defense, especially with the heightened intensity of the postseason. These two defenses, they have risen to the occasion to force back-to-back interceptions.
You know me well, Brandon. I always stand with my fellow defenders, and I love watching them make plays, and you nailed it. It's playoff time. This is when it matters most.
Really an excellent run, sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd down now, it's Jenkins. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 2nd and 9, Herbert. It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
They'll run on first down. Jenkins. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jenkins. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Chargers are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. Looking to pass. Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And that that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now 1st downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. To the 22-yard line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 2nd down. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Dolphins have got it.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Another catch there for Waddle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua, flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know,
and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Here's Tua. It's caught at the 1. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first, Now they're in a really bad spot.
Now it's Herbert. They'll roll him out right. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
Herbert now to throw. 20! And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Cummins. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Carlson on for the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Tua. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Tua to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Tagovailoa completes this to Jefferson. And that's going to get him another 1st down up past the 40. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Now Tua. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now Tagovailoa. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And now off to the races down the right side.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Charger TD.
So a fourth-quarter pick-6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick-6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Tagovailoa trying again after the pick-6. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Chargers come up with...
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship.